When it comes to inspecting rooms, offices, and locations, the ability to accomplish tasks in a faster manner can be a big boost for any company. Fresh off a second straight win at the ISSA Innovation Awards, Cleantelligence Software offers a way to cut down on wasted time. Cleantelligence's latest award-winning creation, Mobile Surveys, makes it easy to get things done in a short period of time. Anyone, even visitors, can scan a QR code with their mobile device, then use that survey to submit requests to the building service contractor or facility manager. The process is quick, so the janitorial staff can respond to the request right away. These rapid responses allow management to not only keep their clients happy because communication is enhanced, but it also increases the productivity of each employee. In turn, the increased productivity of each employee makes for a better, more efficient organization by allowing them to accomplish important tasks while out in the field. Scott Peterson of World Cleaning Services Company agrees. He says it's been very helpful to be able to rely on Cleantelligence mobile app while going to a building as opposed to having to communicate through email. It's also much easier to attach pictures while doing an inspection or work order. Kickstart your push for increased productivity by taking advantage of Mobile Surveys by Cleantelligent. Contact us at 801-375-0375 or visit us at www.cleantelligent.com for more information on how you can increase productivity and cut down on wasted time. Welcome to Tripodcast, episode 339. It's Monday, January 13th. And Dick Hollick asks, how much time are you spending getting your employees to perform? You might be surprised to find out how much time the typical company spends, but Dick offers some strategies and techniques for becoming much more efficient and getting your employees on task. Let's listen in.
Did you know that the average company spends almost 20% of their time working with and trying to get people who aren't motivated and don't work very hard, trying to get them to do the job that they're being paid to do? Think about that. Nearly one day out of every week, management, your managers, and if you're a manager, you probably know what I'm talking about, you're spending your time working with the people to say, please do this, and here's the way you do it. Please do it right. Please do it right. And so it's not funny. It really isn't. But some weeks you probably feel like you're spending the whole week trying to get people to do what they're supposed to do. But think about it. 1 out of every 5 days you spend with underperforming or underachieving employees. Golly, that's a lot of time that we could be. Just think of the productive time we're losing. And in another podcast, you may recall, I talked about wasting 5 minutes a day and what it can cost you. Now you got the underachieving person, or you have that isn't, pulling the weight, and you have a manager who has to spend 20% of their time trying to get the underachiever to perform. Think of all the money that's going down the drain. Think of all the money that could be on the bottom line if we were doing it right. So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, I think you have to talk to the person who's underachieving. We have a tendency, all of us, to kind of avoid the issue. I know I did it. It was one of my terrible faults of avoiding the issue. We shouldn't be complaining about them. We need to talk to them. How many of you that are listening to and watching this today, have had employees that you just said they're not doing the job, I got to do something about it? And then you get the cancellation letter from the customer who says, you're just not doing the job. And you're saying, I know it. Joe's not doing it, or Stephanie's not doing it. And why didn't you act? You had to wait to lose a customer, didn't you? I mean, we all did it. I had a major customer call me one time and said, I'm canceling you because the place is not clean and it's not being done right. But I do not want you to fire the supervisor because he's a nice person. Well, he may be a nice person, but he was obviously underachieving because we lost the business. And you know what was really bad about that? Is I knew it. And I let him get by with it. That was my fault. That wasn't his fault. He knew what he was getting by with. So, secondly, get the facts, tell them straight out, what the issues are, and then stay focused on the issues. People try to. In fact, I just yesterday watched a movie about two people who their only job was they contracted out to go around the country terminating people, and mostly it was terminating people who were being downsized or right-sized out of a company. It was an interesting movie, but golly, there was a lot of truth to that. And one of what they were showing us a lot was what the people were saying on the other end of the table, on the other side of the table, when they said, you are now being terminated from this company. And then they showed us all the examples of the people who had excuses and things for that. And one of the training things that what this was is a gentleman, and they had a new recruit that had just come on board, and she was being taught how to terminate people with this contracting company who did this. And one of the things he kept saying to her is stay focused on the issues. And that's the thing that we have to keep reminding ourselves of. They may be a nice person, just not performing. We have to stay focused on the issue because they can be very smooth in trying to get you off the issues. Ask them how they see their performance, and then shut up and listen to them what they tell you, because they may be able to bring up a real problem that's happening in your organization that you're unaware of. They may be underperforming, but they may give you a lot of information that can be very helpful within the organization. But nevertheless, you got to stay focused on that issue and then document everything that you're doing. I'm tired of saying that to everybody, but document. And then recognize if they actually do take the time, if they take the time to improve, make the effort to improve, recognize their achievement, pat them on the back for doing it. I know that they're probably just doing what you're paying them to do anyway, but you need to give them some attaboys so that they know there's the level of performance that you really want from them. Do that, and I think you could be on the road to being a more effective and a more productive and a more profitable organization. Thanks for watching us today.
You've been listening to a Tri Podcast, short video and audio presentation about important topics in our industry. If you're a current subscriber to the Tri Podcast, thank you. We appreciate it. If you're not yet a subscriber, please check it out. It's free and it's easy. Come to www.tripodcast.com, enter your email address on the right-hand column, and click subscribe. We'll send you out a new Tri Podcast every Monday morning.